What is up, everyone? Today we are going to be playing all the mods 10 in Minecraft to the Sky Edition, which is Skyblock, mixed in with all the mod packs you can possibly think of, except maybe like Pixel one or something like that. And we are just going to be trying to make a massive island using all the mods. There is a quest line, we're going to be following that. Let's get into the video and see what it's all about. Here we are. So, if you haven't seen Skyblock before, obviously it's very simple. You get given well, you don't usually get given these items. You get given kind of nothing, and then you're going to load in. You got to break the tree. You got to hope that you don't drop any leaves at all off the side, because that could be your sapling, and that could be your run over if you don't catch them. So we're going to start like this. So we complete. Oh my gosh! Don't worry about that. So you've got these images up here. We've got quests on the left-hand side. So as you see, welcome to all the mods 10 Sky again. Don't worry about team task. So visits dimension, which is the overworld. We've completed that quest. So there we go. And then in here, we've got the quests. So in this mod pack, quests are optional. Mods are not gated behind completing any quests. A lot of the individual quest lines outside of the main quest line are meant to serve as mod guides. So this kind of helps you work your way through mods that perhaps you haven't done before. If you want to follow progression, make sure you check out the main quest line. So over here, these are all the quests. So chapter 1 starting out. So you can see here, it's quite a big thing. So welcome to the Sky. You might notice the lack of, well, pretty much everything. So here's all the other options we could take. We took the basic one. So we get some steak. So we got the command GUI. We get some lovely steak and torches. Excellent. So then we have seen some grass. So all Skyblock worlds spawn with necessities, grass and a tree. We'll need the tree for wood and everything with wood. What about the grass? Well, for one, passive mobs need grass to spawn. So that's your pigs, cows, sheep, all that stuff. And then grass spreads other dirt, which we can shift right click grass for pebbles. So we'll get into that in a minute. So we get some free dirt for that. Touching wood. So we punch the tree and we get some bonus wood, and we also get crafting table on a stick, which is quite nice. It means you don't have to make a craft table, you just have a craft table on a stick, which is absolutely excellent. Passive mobs, so it needs two things: spawn grass, which we have, and light, which we need. Get some raw meat for that. And then there's hostile mobs. So here you can see digging through. So by holding shift right click while looking at the top of the grass block, it will give pebbles. So there you go. So shift right click, and look. Oh, I think you have to have an empty hand. Yeah, which is kind of annoying at the start because your inventory is just full of stuff. So here you go. So look, we can get a bunch of pebbles. And if we go back into the quest book, we can see that we will now get some bonus stone pebbles. So you can get stone, deep slate, andesite, granite, diorite, blackstone, and basalt. We can combine 4 pebbles to make stone related to the pebbles, or just press K while hovering over any bunch of them in your inventory. So if I now go to my inventory and let's go to stone, if I press K, boom, there we go. We have 7 cobblestone just like that. So we don't have to make the cobblestone generator, because in this game you can get it out of the grass, which is absolutely fantastic. So there we go. We'll make a bunch more stone, and if we go back into the quest book now, which is here. So we've made cobblestone, so don't worry about making wooden tools, just go straight to stone. And yes, you can still make stone generators with water and lava, obviously. So there we go, we got our stone. And so now we need to make a stone hammer. Now the beautiful thing about having this mod pack is, you see here, I can just click to view the recipe, and you see I need 2 sticks and then some stone. And hammers are really useful in this game, because this is how you convert between cobblestone to other types like gravel, sand, dust, crushed deep slate, and crushed blackstone, which is then how you unlock rarer items in the game. So what I'm going to do just before we do start out though is I'm going to just use this extra dirt that I have to expand my island, so we can catch some of these leaves. We'll break this last wood at the bottom, and because we have our crafting table on a stick, here we can just go in and use this like a regular crafting table. So there we go. Oops. And here we have our hammer. So that's done me another bunch of quests, which is really useful. So we've got, oh, I didn't even collect my stones. So we've got the hammer, which gave us some gravel and XP levels. So to get materials, we need to process blocks through sieves. Rocks are too hard to pass through the sieve, so we use a hammer and we break them down. So break down blocks with a hammer to get a crushed down version of them. So you can see here, we can get gravel, which we can also get by placing a cobblestone and smashing it with a hammer. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to go back into the quest and we're going to make infesting our trees. Oh yeah. So with our newfound wood, we can make sticks, and with our sticks, we can make a crook. These can be used to break leaves. When they do, you get saplings and silkworms. So let's go ahead and do that. So if we make a crook quickly, we need to go into our crafting table with a stick. So, whoops. So in our craft table with a stick, we can make, I've forgotten how it looks, but we can do this. So crook, we can click here and then we can click add. So there we go. And we have made our crook. Now we can smash the leaves. We have increased chance of getting sapling, which is obviously really useful on a island like this. We've got, there we go, 2 saplings, so basically got infinite wood now. Okay. We got some extra sticks, which is nice. We didn't get silkworm, so what I'm going to go ahead and do is replace that tree. And then we're just going to destroy this log, see if we get one last sapling. No. Okay, so we got to wait for that to grow, but that's fine. So whilst we're waiting for that to grow, we're back into the quest. So infesting our trees. So we need to get a silkworm, and then we need to get string. So silkworm we get by crooking a tree, which we can't do now because we didn't get one, sadly. But we can also make an oak barrel. Now the oak barrel, really important, because this is a way to get water if it rains. The other thing as well is we can use it to mix items with the liquids by placing liquid and dropping it into a barrel. So this is basically a little bit more useful for later on. It's how you get like other liquids, but we'll make an oak barrel. It will also give us more oak barrels and some XP ready for the rain. So let's make an oak barrel. I actually don't know how it was made. Was it with... That's a boat. I wasn't paying attention. It's half slab at the bottom. Okay, fine. So there we go. We've got half slab and then that's annoying. Maybe one short. So here we go. And that is our first quest done. So I don't know if I can... No. I was hoping I could just cheat and like skip over there. So we've got the oak barrel, we get more barrels and some XP. And we're going to throw these down just in case, obviously, there's a chance of rain. Actually, before I do that, I'm going to place a torch down, help some light grow. Then we're going to dig down. And we're just going to make the whole thing a bit flatter. Now, we've got to be careful not to destroy all of our grass, because that is really useful for the game. Oh. But at the same time, I do need to try and make the platform a bit bigger using what we've got. So we'll do that first. And then we'll go into our inventory. We'll make some more of those. More of everything. Now that is unlocked us some quests. Now we might also, in the same time, be unlocking like basic tools. So here, you know, stick, there you go, we get 5 to 10 sticks and some more XP. And now we can start making a bunch of tools. So here, harvest tier 1. Tier 1 harvest level is the lowest pickaxe tier, needing a pickaxe. Any pickaxe can mine these items that are tier 1, would be stone, furnace, coal. So any item that needs mining, and that gave us a bunch of stuff. So and then you go, it'll tell you like later on about how to do that stuff. So that's really useful. Up here, click to collect all rewards. Okay, I probably should have done that because there is a lot of rewards there. So let's go into back into chapter 1, starting out. So we're still looking for a silkworm. So we need our tree to grow now. here we go. If we shift, spam shift, there you go. The trees can grow really quickly in this game. So you just like spam shift near them. We still don't have a silkworm. That's crazy. That's crazy. We do have a bunch of wood now though. Tell you what, we've got a bunch of dirt, so I'm just going to expand the platform a load more down here. And I might make this like where I harvest trees. I kind of like the idea of having like a elevated platform over there where I work, and then like down here is where everything else grows. So I'm kind of fine with this. It works for me. Yeah, we shut that one. That's fine. We could use the wood, but I'm not going to use that just yet. Do this here. Okay, so we're going to place our trees down here. I tell you what, we'll get rid of some of this though, to give ourselves a bit more room. Okay, and then we're going to go for a tree here and here. Move this torch out of the way, and then if I do this, there you go. Look at the speed they grow. Still haven't got one silkworm. This is insane. I don't know if I'm missing something here. Like, am I just being really stupid? It's taking ages. Okay, I tell you what, we're gonna make an axe. Actually, should we make a paxel? It was a quest, right? So let's just make a paxel because that's supposed to be building a paxel, right? Paxels, wooden paxel. Oh, it's a shovel as well. So we need a pickaxe, an axe, and a shovel. Okay, so we'll go back and then we will go pickaxe, axe, and shovel. Okay, and then 2 sticks, and do these two need to be swapped around? There we go. So we've got a paxel, which means to do tools are very important. Paxels are a combination. They can strip wood, make paths, and mine any blocks that contain a pickaxe, axe, and shovel of their tier. So you can make higher tier ones. We've got efficiency 3 there as well for it. So that's excellent. Oh, okay, we've run out of space in inventory. That's probably a really good time then to do basic storage. So basic storage, vanilla chest. So and an archery one. Okay. So let's go ahead and make a chest, which is as simple as it's always been. We'll just throw that block down. Oh, that was close for a second. Here we go. Cool. And then I think, do we get an auto sorter? I think of some kind. Blueprint package. I'm not sure what that's for. We'll keep the hammer. Useful stone, wood, saplings we need because we're having to work on trees. Wood, blueprint, tools to tome, and we keep the torch on us as well. Okay, so this isn't going as smoothly as I thought it would because I thought we would have. Do I have to like shift click? I don't know why. There we go. But I can at least mine these a bit quicker now, which is useful. Okay. Right, let's double check. I'm sure silkworms, unless I'm being a random reward. What do we get? Chests. Nice. Basic storage. Chests. Okay, so here you go. So you can do different versions of chests, and then you can upgrade the chests from copper to iron to diamond and all the way up to netherite now, due to that being in the game. So that's pretty cool. A trapped chest. Ender chest, minecart chest, barrel chest, boats chest. So functional storage. There's a storage mod that adds various useful items to help with storage and ways of storing stacking items the same. This can be useful for items like cobblestone, dirt, and more. So basically, you can make these things called drawers, and then you can stack like way more items into them. So drawers can hold a ton of stacks of 1 to 4 items depending on the type of drawer. So if I just make a basic drawer, which is a chest surrounded by wood, which we should be able to do. We got 4 chests out of that, so that's good. And then what we can do is inside the drawer is we can put in an item. So let's put in, what have we got a lot of? Let's put in our cobblestone, and then boom, it can hold it, and I can take the whole stack out. Oh, I didn't want to do that. Or I can just throw the stack in. I'm looking on the wrong side of it though. Like that. Oh. Little thing. Right, there we go. So there's our cobblestone and sitting there. Right, now let's go back. So I'm just getting this is how the game works. Is you can just get straight. Oh, nice. We got a hopper. That was pretty rare. And you can upgrade them. So there's a copper storage, and that should increase the amount of items it can hold. It's pretty good. And there is, oh, look at all this. There's so much to go off. Look at all this. This is crazy, right? Let's go back to starting out. Right. Infesting our trees. Throw those silkworms leaves. So why would anyone want silkworm? Straight right. So I just don't know why we haven't got silkworm yet. It must be like, all I'm getting is sticks and saplings. I have what? I thought I saw one. What's going on here then? I did it. Okay, so look, so we get a silkworm. Nice. So what else did we need? String. So we can make string via something. What would you, for string, of course, just break those little white leaves to now get it. So let's put a tree back up here that we will grow, and we will shove our little silkworm in wherever he is. And here you go, you see the progress, and you see it's becoming white, which is what we want. And whilst that's happening, we'll carry on seeing if we can get another silkworm. I can't believe it took us that long to get a silkworm. Usually it's like pretty fast, but perhaps they've nerfed the silkworm progress. We'll make one more crook, because we might as well, just whilst we're waiting. And then my practice. We'll use. So it's going pretty well so far. As I said, I'm quite new to this, so if you could go ahead and give me some suggestion or feedback in the comments, would be much appreciated. It's my first time doing a YouTube video, especially with Facecam, so appreciate any feedback I can get. But I've always enjoyed Minecraft, and I'm enjoying making videos, so I'm going to make some videos on Minecraft. So hopefully you lot are enjoying it as well. And then I believe fully invested. Am I supposed to use a crook on it? Yeah, there we go. So we can get string now. So if I go to the quest menu, so we now get some more silkworms, some cooked silkworms, which is food, and some string, which is really useful because we're going to use that to make sieves. Now, sieves, you need string mesh and you need an oak sieve, and then you can combine these together to sieve the items like the gravel, the dust, and the sand that we were talking about earlier. And we're going to get a bunch more for doing this as well. So I'm just going to make one for now. So we need to make the sieve, which is a slab, some sticks, and that. And then we also need to make string mesh, which is 9 strings. So we're a little ways off at the moment. So let's make... Actually, let's do this. Because we can now infest this tree. Oh. We might just have to break our way out of it. I think this one is fully done. So we're now going to crook this tree down and get a bunch of string. Oh, I think this one might have got infested from this tree, because if they are close by, they will infest each other. Here we go, we've got a bunch of string now. I might make 2 sieves just because they are super useful to have. Paxels there. And we probably will make some stone tools as well in a second, just because this wooden paxel is pretty useless. It's pretty slow. I mean, I'm playing modded Minecraft, I want to make the most of the mods. So actually, let's go ahead and do that. So what will we need? We'll need, get this out of the way. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and 1. And then we can go in here, we need a couple more sticks. 4. Oh, so we need another 2 sticks. Need 1 stick. Just do that. So we're going to go ahead and where's my cobble? So pickaxe, axe, and shovel, and then we'll put them in, I think it's that order. Yeah. So we're gonna go stone, straight up upgrade, and we'll get rid of that wooden one. That can go into the void forever. We don't need that anymore. And then we're gonna go into here. We need so we might as well do this. We've got some slabs left over. Make a couple more of these like this. I think it's this. Was this the recipe? Yeah, excellent. So 2 of those. And then we're going to go ahead and make 2 of those, and we'll save the rest of the string. Yep. And then we're going to use this and these. Oh, actually, wait. I think you do it like this. I don't think you craft them. I think you quite literally, right. I'm gonna reduce this layer. Let me go down. I've decided I don't like the multiple layers yet. I'm too early in the game. I need more land first. Land is vital, and the trees being on top are really annoying, so let's just sort this out. Let's make one big platform. We've got some torches. We might as well make the most of it. So let's destroy this, flatten it out, and I'll be back to you in a second. Okay, so we've got a much better platform now. We've still got a bit of grass, so that's going to continue to grow, which is really useful. We've got our tools, so let's sort this out, and then let's give ourselves a nice little sieving area here. And then we put the string inside the sieves like this, okay? So if we open up our quest, we're going to get 3 more of those and some more levels. So let's go. And the reason why I'm putting them right next to each other is because they combine. So if we go back into the quest now. So ore chunks. So you can get, so when you sieve for ores, we won't get the full raw ore. So you get these chunks. So 4 chunks makes a block. And again, we can use K to auto craft them. You can also get upgraded meshes by combining them with flint. And I think that just gives you like rarer items, I believe. So if we use that, yeah, in a sieve, so you get like your chances, I think, are increased of like the rare items. Like this one, it's warped Nylium spores. But you can see from gravel, we get a bunch of ores, and we will also get flint. So here, we've made some gravel, so we want to grab our gravel, which is over here. And it doesn't matter if we run out, because we get loads of that anyway. And we can just boom. And then you click, 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 click. And out pops a bunch of stuff. So, back into our quest, we've now unlocked flint. So flint can be gained rarely from breaking gravel, but we got quite a few that time. So you use flint. Usually flint's pretty garbage. But you, flint and steel, then nothing else. Skyblock is much different, so grab it and save it for the early game. So we get some flint blocks, which is really useful. And now we can make a flint mesh. So meshes can be upgraded and need to be upgraded in order to get new items. You can check the JEI for all items, but basically the better mesh, the better item drops. Item drops and drop rates both change with the mesh. So if I go to here and we type in mesh, so you can see we've got string, flint, iron, gold, diamond, and nether. So if I go string, whoops, and then I look at uses and I go to sieve. So here we can see we get flint, coal, and a bunch of other resources out of just string ones. But if I go to flint, we get the same, but we now get the dripstone, which wasn't available before, but we can still get everything else that was there, I believe. Is there everything? Yeah, I think it's just in a slightly osmium gold zinc. I think it's just in a slightly different order. Yeah, so there's osmium gold, ink, aluminium, and stuff like that. We also get coal, flint, and the pointed dripstone. So we basically want to upgrade to flint straight away. And you can also do this for the sand. You can also do it for dirt. This is how we're going to get some saplings for that. You can do it for ender. We can do it for dust, and that's how you get a lot of the rarer items. So you get certus quartz, glow dust, and things like that. Platinum, what's this out of? Crushed deep slate. So there's loads of items you can get. So let's go ahead, because we've got a bunch of flint blocks now. Let's go ahead, take these back out, which I think, can we do it by breaking? Yeah, we do it by breaking them. There might be another way to do it, but I'm just going to break them. And then we're going to go into my crafting table on a stick. Put these here, and then we're going to go like this. And now we have the upgraded ones. So we're going to go 1, 2, actually, let's move them a little bit closer just so it doesn't fall off the map. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 like this. Plant our meshes back, and now if we sift the gravel, boom, and we can just do this, and you can sieve loads of stuff in one go, which is super useful. And we do have enough to make one more, so I'm going to go ahead and do that very quickly. So we'll take those out. Oh, we actually are able to make 3 more. How many can I make? 2 of these? I'm just going to make 1. Oh, I'll make 2. Ah, well, we'll make 2. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, because we've got the wood anyway, like this. And now we can have a big old sieve train thing going on here, which I like the look of, like this. And so basically, we just need to get a bunch of cobblestone and then hammer it. Did I bring my hammer? I did bring my hammer, that's fine. It would have been pretty annoying if I didn't. And we're going to sieve all of this now gravel that we have. And there we go. So we have a bunch of resources. Now, do we have enough? We have enough to make some iron, which obviously is super useful, and some copper. So I did not mean to. So let's go into the quest and see what we've done. So we've done the upgraded meshes. We actually get 4 more of them, so that's really useful. So I might make some more sieves. We've got some ore chunks, which has given us some iron ore and some copper ore. And now we can do this thing called easy ore duping. So we won't need a billion fancy machines to dupe ores here. We'll only need a few. So the squeezer from ID can now turn raw ore blocks into raw ore. In order to use it, just place the raw ore into the squeezer and jump on it to push downward. Once it's crushed, the raw ore spits out. Rarely it might give even more, but wait, that's not all. We also have ore hammers. These can crack raw ores into 2 dust, which can be smelted into ingots. So we need to make the squeezer, which we need a block of iron, an iron ingot, some planks, and some sticks. And then we need this, which is blocks of copper and sticks. So we need copper and iron, which we have 5 of each, so we do need to do a bit more sieving first. Let's just organise this a little bit more. So let's get a bunch of cobble. Thank you very much for watching part 1. I've had to cut this into 2 episodes as it was far too long in my eyes for 1 episode. It is already pre-recorded, so that will be out in the next couple of days. Go ahead and like. Don't forget to subscribe to watch the next episode when it comes out. If you have any comments, I will be reading those, but they will not be implemented until the 3rd episode due to the long recording. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.